What is up, you guys? Today I'm going over my first round in the BerryTCG weekly that I just played a few days ago. Technically, I got to buy the first round. It was random, so this is actually the second round. But nonetheless, I am playing one of my favorite decks, Blue Yellow Ace against Red Yellow Bonney. Now, luckily, I get to choose to go second. Second is definitely the best with this deck because your Dawn just works out so much better. You can start using your leader effect and your 2-cost characters right away on your 4-Dawn turn. I already was able to play a 2-cost ace from the turn before, so when I use my leader effect, I grab the only ace available to me and then use the kid ace to play him out. Now, normally you want to be aware of your 5-cost characters that you're putting back in your deck, but in this case, I only saw one of them, so I just got to keep that in mind that there might be a dead spot in my deck as I cycle through it as the turns go on. Because of this, when I use the ace's effect on the field, I am sure to put a 5-cost character onto the bottom of my deck, just so hopefully I don't get caught in that dead pocket where I end up missing my leader effect down the road. I felt comfortable this game playing my 2-cost aces the turn before, preparing for the next turn, because I don't expect Bonney to play a lot of removal, and if they do want to remove something, it's more likely that they're going to remove one of my 5-cost characters. However, against certain black and other red decks, I wouldn't recommend playing your 2-cost aces from the turn before, because if they get removed, it feels really punishing. So the first thing you're always going to do is just throw 2 Dawn onto your leader and use your leader's effect, and I was able to grab the 5-cost rush ace, and because I knew that I had a 5-cost character on the bottom of my deck, I am sure to put this 5-cost Yamato also on the bottom of my deck, just to make sure that I can always hit my leader's effect if it comes to that point. This deck is super aggressive, so I was happy to play the 7,000 power ace even if it doesn't get rush, and I was willing to attack with my blocker because I'm trying to put him on his heels as quickly as possible. Especially because I have Red Rock in my hand, I feel very comfortable if we hit our 10 Dawn turns and he basically wastes an entire turn playing something like the Luffy. I can just get rid of it and go all in into life for very low commitment. On this next turn, when I play my leader effect, I just grab the blue Searcher Ace. Then I'm able to play the new yellow ace from my hand, which can bring back the baby ace, so I can play the Searcher Ace and search another baby ace. I chose not to play the baby ace from my hand because it is played rested. Even if I didn't have 5 characters on my field, I still wouldn't play it from my hand because it's just so easy to attack over. It's much more useful to just keep it in your hand for another turn. I'm able to go all out into life, get rid of all of his blockers, and keep him at 1 life card. He plays the 9-cost Bonney, which is definitely okay because I have this Red Rock, so I feel very prepared for it. I did attack with my blocker, but I do have another blocker. Although, I decide I might as well just take this life card since he won't be able to attack with anything else that turn. As per usual, I just stack 2 Dawn onto my leader and use his effect, and I had a few choices, but the 5-cost Rush Ace is definitely the best one. And I'm also thinking it probably was better to end up using my blocker last turn because my field is a little clogged, so I definitely regret that a little bit. Hindsight is 20/20 though. I end up swinging for 7,000 power first just to see what he's going to do, and then I do it again because at this point I just want to try to wear his hand down before I try to go for game on another turn. I end up just getting rid of my blue Searcher Ace because it's just 5,000 power. At this point, his leader is basically always going to be at 7,000 power. So I'll just get rid of it now by playing the Kid Ace and getting out the Rush Ace from my life. I do get him to take his last life card, and then I bottom deck his Bonney. So I'm feeling like I'm in a very good position. He does hit me with the 10 cost Luffy, putting himself up to a 9,000 power leader and getting a blocker that turn. He attacks me, so I just counter out. And then I use another red rock to get rid of his blocker, so I can direct all of my attacks into his life and not have to worry about his Luffy next turn too. Although being a 9,000 power leader is definitely really tough for me, because after the red rock, which I felt was pretty mandatory, I'm not left with a lot. I can't swing wide. It doesn't really make sense to. Technically I could, but I would be swinging 9 and 9, and it would just take 2 1Ks out of his hand. So I thought it would be better to swing for 11 and take a 2K and a 1K out of his hand. Importantly, I keep my blocker up too though, so now I still have 2 blockers and a life card. So even if he plays another Bonney, there's just no chance that he can win. Instead, he plays the 7 cost Kuma to gain another life card, and then swings 8 at life. And here I learned from my mistakes, and I decide to just block it so that I can free up my field a little bit for a following play. Just to get cards out of his hand, I decide to attack 7 once, and then I attack for 9, and he takes it. And because he took it, I decided to just throw everything onto one more ace and just punch him for 15, and that was able to do the trick. So that was my first round in the BerryTCG Weekly that I host every week. If you guys want to join in and play against me, make sure to join the Discord. It is completely free to join our tournaments, and we would love to have you. I would love to get massive tournaments going, and I need your help for that. But this was the deck that I was playing. Blue Yellow Ace is one of my favorite decks of all time. I stopped playing him for a little bit because it does feel sacky sometimes, and I really hate missing my leader's effect, but all 3 rounds that I played in the tournament, I didn't miss once, so it felt really good. I am playing 30 5-cost characters, so you have so many chances to hit, and it doesn't even have to always be an ace card. Technically, the leader can add any 5-cost character to the top of your life. That's why I play the Yamato as well. It's basically just a 2K that does anything, and you can even use your Violas to set it face down again to keep that life card. And same with the 2-cost Sanji. I really like this guy because you can play him down early on and then use him on a later turn when you need to, if you don't happen to have another way to use that face up life card. And in the early game, if you use him, he's probably just going to be attacked over, but in the mid to late game, oftentimes your opponent will be too distracted trying to attack over your other ace characters. So sometimes you can get Sanji off a few times, and even if you're not using him necessarily to save that extra life card that you get from your leader, he's still giving you a free card in your hand every single turn. It's another reason why I play so many 2K counters, because even though you're a 7,000 power leader, your opponent will attack your ace characters a lot. So it's really important to keep them on your field, and you end up having a lot of cards in your hand, so it just makes sense to counter out as often as you can. Zeus is just a really fantastic card because it not only makes use of that face-up life card, it just pops a character. I was playing the 3000 Worlds event as well, just to get rid of more small characters, but as I was playing, I was realizing that in the current format, it feels like the high-cost characters are much more of a threat. So if anything, I would play more Gum Gum Red Rock. Now you could play Raging Tiger, it's just that it's a 7-cost card, so you can't use your leader and a 2-cost character on the same turn. Red Rock is extremely convenient because you can just get rid of anything and pump yourself up to 7,000 power that turn while getting a body on the field. So honestly, Red Rock is probably a 4 of, definitely a 3 of, and the rest of the list I'm really happy with. I don't know if there are any other 5-cost characters that are worth playing. Basically, your ace cards are going to be the best. I think it's also wise to just focus on just one of the brothers, because your consistency goes way down on hitting the one that you want, even if you have both of them available to you in your hand. Let me know if you think there's a better 5-cost 2K counter than Yamato. I just think it's important to have as many 5-cost characters as possible. You could technically play Sabo, but he's a promo, so I don't even know if he's out yet. Although in the BerryTCG Weekly, I don't think it matters. I think you can just play anything. We don't really care. So maybe I'll throw him in next time, but I still do like the Yamato because it is a rush. So even though it's only 4,000 power, it can still catch your opponent by surprise if you really need it to. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's just a quick one. I'm thinking of doing these more in installments just to make it a little easier on me and hopefully make it more entertaining for you. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you're still here, you're the best. And I'll see you guys next time.